Hi everyone, I'm Mary Ellen. This is my channel, She Sews Happiness, where I share all things stitching related with you. And yeah, I'm back just to catch up with you, to share where I am, what I've been doing, and looking at some pretty fabrics that have arrived as well. I've also subscribed to the Sew Hayley Jane subscription box, so I'll probably pop up an unboxing video while I'm here as well. I've never subscribed to it before. I don't subscribe to any sewing boxes. I do subscribe to some craft boxes, like Craft Pod and the Cotton and Twine cross stitch subscription box. I always kind of had an aversion to fabric that wasn't picked by me, but yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I think it was one of those nights where Henry was up but awake and I was just trying to pass the time, and I follow Hayley Jane on Instagram, and I love the projects that she makes herself. I just love her enthusiasm, and I do love the whole idea of these subscription boxes. I'm always just living in fear of disappointment that it might not be something that I love enough to sew with. But I'm going to give it a try, and we'll see how that works out. I have a few pretty fabrics here to show you as well. A couple for myself and some for my little man. Yeah. So as you can tell, I'm looking a little bit more vibrant today. So today was hair day. I was at Vintage Rocks in Belfast, which is where I've been going for many, many years. And Claire is an absolute genius, not just of colour, but of style. It's not called Vintage Rocks for no reason. And she always leaves me feeling like $1 million. And all I need to do then is throw on some red lipstick and I am ready to take on the world. It was also nail day, so I have a nice fresh manicure as well. So I'm feeling like 150%, which I haven't done for the last couple of weeks. I was feeling a little bit drab, so these things needed done and I just didn't have the time to do them. So being a Saturday with Simon being at home, I was like, yes, I feel good again. So I'm in my sewing room just to catch up with you all. I'm not actually doing any sewing, I have to admit. I do have this project which I was talking about in my last video, which I might get to do a little bit of work on tomorrow. There's not an awful lot to do, and then I'll come back and share it with you when I am done. I have finished my garment for my Jenny Stitches blog post, which will be going live on Tuesday, so do head over to Jenny Stitches on Tuesday and check that out. Yeah, really excited, absolutely love it, really happy. It's kind of the first garment I've made postpartum that is woven, that is fitted, that kind of challenged me to go back and revisit all the techniques that I haven't been using for many months, like the FBA and the manipulation of darts and buttonholes and yeah, waist ties. I've just been living in Jersey now for so long that I was kind of wondering, do I even remember how to do these basic things? All is good, and I absolutely love the final project, so I'll be excited to share that with you here as well. But also do go and check out the blog, because there is a whole group of incredible creators that Jenny has put together, and they are all making really beautiful things, and it's very inspiring for me to see what everyone else is up to as well. I'm wearing the dress that I was chatting about in my last video as well. So this is my finished Charm Patterns Society dress. Absolutely love it. It's the second time I've worn it already. And yeah, I think it's one of those things I'm going to reach for again and again and again. I'm going to have to make some more. And yeah, it's going to be like the Moneta dress, I think, where I have quite a few of them. This is just a kind of dress I can wear for anything. I can dress this up, I can dress this down, and just feel so ultra comfortable at the same time. So basically it's a 1940s inspired fitted to knitted dress. I have used a viscose jersey. I see lots and lots of versions popping up on Instagram that are made from velvet, and maybe I'll go there one day, but I'm all about these kind of like super comfortable, light, breezy, floaty fabrics at the moment, and velvet's just a little bit too heavy for me. It has two lengths, so it has this full length gown and it has the T-length dress. Now I say T-length, to get it to be kind of knee length, I had to take off about 6.5, 7 inches. I'm only 5'1", but even at that, it was a lot of fabric to take off. But I was going to have to even out the hem anyhow, because while it's a jersey, it's a viscose jersey, and I did allow it to drop for a couple of days before evening it out. Yeah, but I had to take quite a lot off it, and I'll stick pictures in for you here as well. I mean, I could show you it here, but one thing I'm really kind of aware of as well is that I am in a nursing bra and not a proper bra, which is really what you need for dresses like this. But yeah, in the pictures, I'm wearing the more appropriate underwear. But no, as I say, comfort is coming first here at the moment. But yeah, it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. Yes, as I was saying, there is the full length version of the dress, and there is the A-line kind of like more knee length version. It's kind of a very office vibe. That's how I feel. I mean, this is perfect for workwear for me. It's also a nice neckline without being an overly revealing neckline, which I also like for the workplace. Not that I'll be going back anytime soon. I'm enjoying my maternity leave, I have to admit. It's got two different sleeve options. You kind of have your billowy bishop sleeve with like a cuff detail, and maybe I'll get around to making one of those. But I just love this short sleeve version. It's got, you know, all these galores, which are really pretty, really feminine. And it's just got a little pleat detail here to finish it off. And I thought it was really quite sweet. And I think that was the look I was going for, especially with this fabric, with all its little kind of rosebuds. So this fabric, as I say, is a viscose jersey. It's one that Simon bought me for Christmas. He got it from Jenny Stitches Fabrics. Where else would he go? He knows where my loyalties lie. And I actually loved it so much that I bought some more of it, which I'm planning to make some kind of cardigan with, to wear over plain garments. Because, I mean, you know, we're still in winter. And I'm in Ireland, so for every season of the year, I'm going to need cardigans anyhow. But I just absolutely love this colour. I love this print. I love the feel of this fabric. It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm really sorry. I think it's sold out, and I don't know if she's getting it back in, but I can't sing its praises enough. So yeah, absolutely love the pattern. I will make it again and again. I know I will. It's going to be revisited several times, especially because it is so comfortable. And there is that part of me that, even though I'm at home quite a lot, or just popping out to see friends and for people to come and visit Henry, because to be honest, nobody visits me anymore. They come to see Henry. I feel really, really dressed and quite glamorous, but super, super comfortable at the same time. So yeah, absolutely love this make. And hopefully, yeah, I'll see some more. Really easy to sew as well, really quick sew. I mean, probably the most complicated part, and it's not complicated at all, it's just getting this lovely finish here on the neckline. But you know, if you take your time and do things right, it works out really, really well. The key for me, if you are making it, by the way, this little butterfly seam here, the key for me was I actually pressed everything out of the way before I started, and then pressed it back before I finished, and I did take it really, really slowly. So just a tip if you're going to go make this pattern. So that's where I am. I'll work on this maybe for an hour or two tomorrow. That's the project on the table at the moment. I have family coming for dinner tomorrow, so there won't be an awful lot of time, but even half an hour is lovely. I like these little windows that I'm having at the moment. I don't even miss, I mean, before Henry came along, I'd take entire days and sew from 10 o'clock until 8 o'clock. And yeah, I loved them, but I don't really feel the impetus to do that anymore, because I'll be honest, my little boy is kind of addictive. And he's got to that stage now where he's so happy and expressive that I don't really want to miss out on very much. So yeah, I'm taking small pockets of windows where I can. And yeah, really enjoying it. It's a more mindful approach, I think, to sewing than getting stuck in for hours on end. So yeah, we'll go with that for as long as possible and for as long as it makes me feel good, because it does. So that's where I am. That's kind of where we are. I haven't made a start on my massive project, which is the one that I'm still pushing off to this moment, and that's to make the Sew Over It Dorothy jacket. I need a raincoat, you know, so yeah, I need to get on with that because I've put it off now for several weeks, and yeah, that's no good. I don't like procrastinating, it's not who I am. So I'll get on to cutting that out maybe and getting it all prepped and ready to go over the course of this incoming week. So fingers crossed there'll be some progress there, and maybe I'll take you along with me on that journey, because it looks like a kind of involved make, and obviously it's been a while for me since I've done something like that. But yeah, I'll maybe take you along on that journey. What I have been working on, I think I showed you my completed cotton and twine cross stitch project from the last box. Really pretty, right? Really pretty. So now that I've finished that, I've moved back onto my sampler, the birth sampler that I had started, and I've made a little bit more progress on that. There is an awful lot more to do, however. There's so many border details that that's something I'll be working on for quite a while. I'd say it'll be a few weeks before I actually finish it, because I love doing the kind of pictorial aspects of cross stitch. When it comes to samplers, there's always so many kind of like technical outlines and borders, and they don't bring me as much joy. So those will probably get put off a little bit. Anyhow, let's get to the pretty fabrics. I want to show you the pretty fabrics. I have got some gorgeous fabrics for children, and I think you can kind of guess where my channel will be going. There will be some kids makes, so if that's something you're interested in, you'll enjoy those. If it's something you're not, those are videos that you can just gloss on by, because I'll still be here making my vintage inspired wardrobe, sharing with you plans and sharing with you the things that I'm working on. I'm hoping to share more tips and techniques as I go along now as well. I am going to record my vlog about the machines that I use, because I know that's something I promised a few of you that I would do. It is incoming, it's just my time is not being great. So let's show you the pretty fabrics anyhow. So the first ones that I have here are from Always Sewing and Knitting, or Always Knitting and Sewing. I can never remember which way around that goes, but I subscribe to their newsletters and they pop in, and sometimes I just get really tempted by really cute cottons. So the first one I have here is a Dear Stella fabric. I'm a big fan of Dear Stella fabrics, and I've actually only bought a little. This is to make a cushion for the nursery, but it's got all these little woodland animals who seem to be having a little party, and I just thought it was really beautiful, really pretty, and I couldn't resist it. There was no reason to buy it, but I made a reason. I just thought it was lovely. And then this other fabric, which is called Forest Friends, designed by Audrey Jean Roberts. 3 Wishes fabric, so it's not a company I'm actually familiar with, but I thought this was beautiful, and I'm going to make, I think, a play mat with this. So it says, you know, let the adventure begin, adventure awaits, and I thought it was really cute for the nursery. So those are a couple of little additions that I have to put in the nursery for Henry. Because I see now that he's kind of like more alert and everything, and it kind of inspires me to want to create things for him now more than it did before. Another thing I have here is a jersey panel. I've never really purchased panels before. I think I showed in my last video there were some Frida panels which I'm going to make some cushions with. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a nice afternoon project, hopefully someday. But this panel here I thought was really cute. It's for children. It's got 12 panels on there, one for every month. So obviously Henry is now into his 3rd month, so the first one he'll get to make is I Am get to make, get to wear. He's not that advanced yet. I am 3 months old, and then there is, you know, I am 4 months old, and it goes on and on and on and on. 7 months old, 11 months old, until you get to today is my first birthday. So I believe I got this at Caboodle textiles. But yeah, I just thought that was super cute, and I'm not saying I will make every single one of those panels, but I'll definitely make a few. I just thought they were really cute, and sometimes the little milestones are worth acknowledging in a kind of cute way as well. So this is my little baby fabrics. For myself, I have the most glorious floral fabric from Fabric Godmother. So I don't know about you, but when I'm shopping in Fabric Godmother, I do often come across designs that have been sold out. But they do have a notify me box, so if you pop your email in there, they'll notify you when it comes back into stock. More often than not they do, which is damaging for my bank balance, particularly when you're not expecting it. And you just get this email into the email box. It's like, yeah, your fabric you requested is back in stock, and you hit buy. So I requested this weeks and weeks and weeks ago because I absolutely fell in love with it. And I was looking kind of towards summer. I don't know why, I must just have been fancying a little bit of brightness on a grey day or something like that. But this is the Linnea linen, I think it's linen and cotton. It's not actually, if I recall. I think it's linen and viscose blend. And it's just this beautiful, vibrant floral. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm not sure yet what I'm going to make with it. I'm hoping by the time summer comes, I'll be able to revisit some of my old favorite kind of like vintage inspired patterns. Yeah, and make something just really, really pretty with that. So yeah, I was really glad this came back into stock because I'd wanted it pretty badly. And I do sometimes see a fabric quickly, and then if I'm at work or whatever, I'm like, yeah, I'll buy that when I go home, and sometimes they're gone by the time I get home. So that was one of those cases where I was sorely disappointed but pleasantly surprised in the end. The other fabric I have here, I love it. I don't buy cotton canvas very often. I think I've maybe sewn with cotton canvas once. I don't really make accessories, bags, home furnishings, anything like that. I do love my dressmaking, and that's really where my pleasure lies. But I've bought some cotton canvas because I was on Instagram the other day, and Marcella, aka Mama on a Sew, posted the most stunningly gorgeous make in this fabric, and I totally fell in love with it, like I do many of the times when she posts something, because her style is just, I wish it was my style. It's not. You know, she has a very different body shape, etc. to me, and she just, oh, her look is just something extraordinary. She looks sensational in anything. But this really caught my eye because I'm a huge fan of Renaissance art. So I couldn't see an awful lot. I couldn't make out the print all that clearly. But what I could see really strongly, that was just standing looking at me, was an oil painting that I was familiar with called The Threatened Swan, which was by a 17th century Dutch painter. And I just can't remember his name at the moment, but I recall this image because I love it so very much. I love swans. I just find them absolutely mesmerizing creatures. And The Threatened Swan is an image that has stuck with me. I studied Renaissance literature. I have a PhD in Renaissance literature, and I used to teach Renaissance literature. But you know, obviously when you study something like literature, you don't just study literature, you study the history, you study the art, you study all kinds of social documents. And this is one of the images that I absolutely adored, and I had a really good recall. What I didn't realize was that all of the paintings that are presented on this fabric are by Dutch masters. Now I went onto the website the moment I saw it. It was the Fabrics Galore website where Marcella actually works. That's why she always showcases their beautiful fabrics. They're accessible, I guess. So yeah, I browsed through the website. I looked everywhere I could possibly think of. I looked by substrate, I looked by design, I was using all the buzzwords and nothing came up. And I messaged Marcella, she's like, yeah, that one's not online, but if you pop a message through to the store, you could get invoiced for it. So I did, and Paul kindly sorted me out, and I now have, look at it, this incredible fabric. I love it. I know I'm going to look like an art gallery when I wear it, but that's kind of the look that I'm going for. And I just want to find the perfect pattern to use this amazing cotton canvas. It is very, very sturdy. It's quite thick, you know, so there's no drape really. It's going to be something quite structured. I just don't know what pattern I'm going to use yet, but this will be the most incredible garment when I'm finished with it. So thanks to Marcella for helping me find something that is so quintessentially me. I love it. And yeah, some serious thought will go into what I'm going to make with that fabric. But yeah, I think, you know, for now I'm just going to look at it and admire it. It's like going to the art gallery without going to the art gallery, which is really nice. So that's it. That's where I am. I also have here in front of me, for the very first time, by the way, a So Hilly Jane subscription box. I've never subscribed to any fabric subscription boxes. I always go for craft boxes, but yeah, I caved. And so I have this here, and I will go do an unboxing video. I won't make this video any longer in case you're not interested in seeing what's inside, but I will post it as an individual video. But yeah, that's where I am. Hopefully I haven't waffled too much. I just thought I'd check in and try to be more regular, because you lovely people get in touch and you're like, oh, we really miss you. It's really, really nice. And for some of you, I just wish we could go and have a glass of wine and chat together, you know, or even over coffee. You know, it doesn't have to be wine. But I think I'm missing having a wine now and again. I'm not doing that obviously at the moment. But yeah, thank you so much for continuing to come and watch and comment and get in touch. It's absolutely lovely to have you here. So I'll go quickly and see what's in my subscription box, and then I'll go back to my little Henry before making dinner. But yeah, it's nice just to get the chance to come and catch up with you here. Take care of yourselves, have a fantastic weekend, and hopefully I'll speak to you soon. Bye.